Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hey wife, did you know that Anchor is sponsoring our show?
Really? Don't we use Anchor to distribute our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, and we are on just about every other platform available as well, thanks to them.
Why do we use Anchor as our podcasting service?
Well, they make editing and distributing our show a breeze.
What if one of our listeners wants to start their own podcast?
Then they should head over to anchor.fm or download the app to get started.
Awesome! You guys should go do that right now! Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened on Friday?
If I recall correctly, I think Amasa was trying to amass an army and then he lost his fucking head.
I mean, there was more to it. That did happen, yes.
Right, yeah.
Joab killed him because Amasa was taking too long, and then we found out in our Q&A on Saturday that Joab suspected that maybe Amasa was like conspiring with Sheba, who is who they were after.
Right, yeah.
And then so they went to go get Sheba, and they were going to wipe out this whole town, but this wise lady was like, wait.
And we'll hand the fucker over.
Yeah, and so they tossed his head over the gate.
I mean, that's a smart move on their part, in my opinion.
And so then they went home with the head, and we're like, we got him.
Yeah.
We did it.
Well, you know, the lady at the wall got him.
Yeah. I mean, he's done got.
Yeah.
And then we had minutes of a office report of
that was... Well, they've done it a couple of times now, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's a way just to, like, inform us of the important people in his administration.
Right, yeah.
But it's boring to us because we don't give a fuck, and I'm like, you're not as important as you think you are.
Yeah, it's thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
And nobody gives a shit anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Maybe somebody does, but I sure as hell don't.
It ain't me, babe.
All right, so that was 2 Samuel chapter 20.
It was.
And today we are going into
2 Samuel chapter 21, and we are going to finish 2 Samuel this week.
Amazing.
That
is really cool.
I know.
All right, well,
Thursday will be our last episode of 2 Samuel.
So cool.
Right?
All right, well, let's get this week started then.
Okay.
All right.
All right, 2 Samuel chapter 21.
All right.
I could read you the headline, but I'm not gonna. So, we don't know what's happening.
No clue.
But it is not a continuation of the minutes. That was just that two sentence
thing.
Yep, it's a new thing.
One into a new section.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's a famine.
There's a famine?
During David's reign that lasted for 3 years.
That would indicate to me God's not on their side.
So David asked the Lord about it.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
All right.
Did you read ahead?
No, I didn't read ahead.
Wow.
I mean, famine to me means God's not on your fucking side.
Well.
So why is God, fucking him over with a famine?
I guess David's going to ask him about it and be like, hey.
What's up, man?
And the Lord said.
Yeah.
The famine has come because Saul and his family are guilty of murdering the Gibeonites.
Saul's dead, man.
I don't remember who the Gibeonites are or why we should care that Saul killed them.
Right, but why is David's people paying the price for what Saul did?
Because God always does a random overarching punishment of all y'all motherfuckers.
Until he doesn't. And then he decides all of a sudden you're going to reign for life until next week.
Reign for life until next week. That was great. It's so true. But more often than not, he punishes collectively. He does not reward collectively very much.
At least, for sure.
So the king summoned the Gibeonites.
Okay.
They were not part of Israel, but were all that was left of the nation of the Amorites.
They were the giants way back when, weren't they?
The Gibeonites?
No, the Amorites.
The Amorites?
Weren't they?
Were they?
I can't remember.
I can't remember if that was the Amorites or the Ammonites.
Or the Amalekites.
Oh, I think it was the Amalekites.
It's one of those A guys.
You know how I am when things start with the same letter. They all turn into the same thing.
Got it. Well, anyway, there's those people.
So, yeah, the Gibeonites are part of the Amorites.
But I thought God was trying to help them defeat them at one point.
That's what I thought, but apparently he was not thrilled that Saul killed them.
Okay.
Who fucking knows? I don't fucking know.
I can't keep track of all his, like, what you want me to do and what you don't want me to do and who you told what to do and what not to do. And
it's almost like the God of the Bible is fickle.
Sure feels that way.
The people of Israel had sworn not to kill them. But Saul, in his zeal for Israel and Judah, had tried to wipe them out.
Got it.
I might have to go back and do a little bit of what on that.
This might be a Q&A type thing, because I kind of forget what...
I don't remember Saul hardly at all at this point.
I mean, yeah.
We're in his second book, and I'm like, Saul who? Who's Saul?
We're not in Saul's book.
Oh, yeah, you're right. See, I did it again. Samuel. But Saul and Samuel both start with an S, so what did I do?
Yeah,
see?
Right.
Fuck me. David asked them, what can I do for y'all? How can I make amends so that you will bless the Lord's people again?
Right.
Well, money can't settle this matter between us and the family of Saul, the Gibeonites replied.
Okay.
Neither can we demand the life of anyone in Israel.
Okay.
Sure, okay.
So, what do you want? Barley? You want fucking goats?
What can I do then? David asked.
Can I wash your fucking feet? What do you want?
Just tell me, and I will do it for you. Then they replied, it was Saul who planned to destroy us, to keep us from having any place at all in the territory of Israel. So let 7 of Saul's sons be handed over to us, and we will execute them before the Lord at Gibeon.
There's 7 of his fucking sons left?
On the mountain of the Lord.
I thought, like, all of Saul's people died.
That's what I thought.
Remember when David was looking for some of Saul's descendants?
Yeah.
And they found Mephibosheth or whatever. Right, yeah.
The guy with the broken feet.
It's like the only guy left that I knew of.
Yeah.
Other than his daughter that he, married and
right.
doesn't think anything of.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Where are they going to come up with 7 fucking sons?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, there they are.
The king said. I'll do it. The king spared Jonathan's son Mephibosheth, who was Saul's grandson.
Into grandsons. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because of the oath David and Jonathan had sworn before the Lord. That's nice. I'm glad he remembered that. But he gave them Saul's 2 sons, Armani and Mephibosheth, whose mother was Rizpah, daughter of Aiah.
Wait, he gave him Mephibosheth?
I thought...
That's the... Wow.
He spared Mephibosheth, but he gave them Mephibosheth. I don't understand.
What? No, I thought he said... No, that's not who he spared.
The king spared Jonathan's son Mephibosheth.
Oh.
Who was Saul's grandson.
Oh, okay.
Because of the oath David and Jonathan had sworn before the Lord. But he gave them Saul's 2 sons, Armani and Mephibosheth, whose mother was Rizpah, daughter of Aiah.
Apparently there was more than one Mephibosheth.
I guess there was. And I'm glad that he said, I'm glad that they made that clear. Like, he spared Mephibosheth, but he did give him this other Mephibosheth who had all these other relatives.
Yeah, that's not confusing at all.
No.
Right?
He also gave them the 5 sons of Saul's daughter Merab, the wife of Adriel, son of Barzillai from Mahola.
Okay. I feel like we didn't meet any of these people before.
I feel like they probably listed them and we were bored.
Maybe.
Kind of like I am now.
There is that possibility.
The men of Gibeon executed them on the mountain before the Lord. I mean, could you imagine, here, sorry, you have to go die now.
Right?
So that the Lord will raise up this famine.
Yeah. No, that sucks.
Like, could you imagine, like, we're just walking around and then some random leader, like the president or something, walks up to you and is like, I'm really sorry, but you have to die now.
Yeah, your grandpa was this person and we gotta, you're dead.
Yeah, so, sorry.
Yeah.
It is what it is, brah.
Right.
So all 7 of them died together at the beginning of the barley harvest.
Oh. Yeah,
just in time for a barley party.
They missed out on the barley party.
Womp womp.
Because, dead.
Then Rizpah, daughter of Aiah, the mother of 2 of the men, spread burlap on a rock and stayed there the entire harvest season. She prevented the scavenger birds from tearing at their bodies during the day and stopped wild animals from eating them at night. Okay?
So they didn't even bury the bodies? They just left them out the rock?
There, I guess.
Jesus.
And she covered him up with burlap.
I feel like that's a little
rude.
Harsh and yeah.
It's rude.
Right?
When David learned what Rizbah, Saul's concubine, had done, he went to the people of Jabesh Gilead and retrieved the bones of Saul and his son David.
Okay.
Okay, parentheses voice ready?
Yeah.
When the Philistines had killed Saul and Jonathan on Mount Gilboa, the people of Jabesh Gilead stole their bodies from the public square of Beth Shan, where the Philistines had hung them.
I do remember that.
End parentheses voice.
Yeah.
So David obtained the bones of Saul and Jonathan, as well as the bones of the men the Gibeonites had executed. Then the king ordered that they bury the bones in the tomb of Kish, Saul's father, at the town of Zelah in the land of Benjamin. After that, God ended the famine in the land.
Well, that was nice of him,
Considering that there was a lot of murdery bullshit.
He just needed to let those people kill 7 people for no real reason.
Right.
Other than they were related to somebody.
Yeah.
And then God's
okay with it.
To stop
murdering an entire nation in a famine.
It totally makes sense. You just got to kill people for no reason to stop a famine that you were doing for no reason.
Yeah.
That makes total, complete sense.
I'm on board.
I'm not.
I'm kidding. So that section was the Avenging of the Gibeonites.
Okay. Yep.
Now we're moving on to the next one. Oh, I wish I didn't read that headline. Oh, this is going to get good. Ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Hold on to your butts.
Yeah.
It's going to get big.
Big, huh?
After this, there was another battle against the Philistines at Gob.
They're always at fucking war.
They are always at fucking war.
Right?
As they fought, Sibbecai from Hushah killed Saph, another descendant of the giants.
Oh, see?
It got big.
They're still around.
See?
Yeah.
During another battle of Gob, at Gob.
Those fucking giants never go away.
They never die.
You know?
They never
But
die.
they said descendants of giants, so it's no longer giants.
They're merely tall.
They're just descendants of giants.
They're merely 9 foot tall.
Right. They might have been giants.
They might be giants, but they aren't anymore.
Right.
Yeah. During another battle at Gob, Elhanan, son of Jair from Bethlehem, killed the brother of Goliath of Gath.
Oh.
That's
the brother of, yeah.
No,
Wait, what?
He killed Goliath of Gath. Oh, he
Oh,
killed the brother of Goliath of Gath.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's interesting because this is the other side of that story.
No, this is the brother of Goliath of Gath.
Right, but what I'm saying is this story coincides with the other one, and so there is thought that it's actually not the brother, that this guy actually killed Goliath.
I might want to look that up because I thought that actually happened in an entirely different book in the Bible.
I'm thinking it's this one.
I would double check that because I think
Okay.
that might be wrong.
Okay.
So.
No. The handle of his spear was as thick as a weaver's beam! Exclamation point.
Thick as a weaver's beam?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is a weaver's beam?
As thick as a dick? I don't know. I don't know.
I have no reference point for a weaver's beam.
Okay, well, think of a beaver. Think of a beaver and his ween. Think of a weaver.
What the fuck are you even talking
What's
about?
a weaver?
Oh, I don't know.
He weaves.
I don't know.
He weaves.
I'm gonna look up what a weaver's beam is because I'm very curious.
I'm thinking it's like you have a loom, right? And you weave on it, and then the beam is like a stick, and it's clearly very thick, but the spear is thicker than that.
Oh, weaver's beam is like the cross piece that you hold your
at the top of the loom.
Your thing that you're weaving with at the top of the loom.
Right.
Of course.
But that's kind of what I said. Beam. I said it's probably part of the weaving.
Well, I was busy Googling when I was looking it up.
I'm literally telling you based on the words what it means, and you're like, look it up though.
But I've literally never heard the term weaver's beam before.
No,
I'm like, where would I have heard that at?
I have never heard it either, but I'm just like putting it together like, well, they were weavers, they had looms, and so there would have been, a
beam that goes across the top. Right, sure.
Sure.
And that's what it was.
And it was fucking thick, and this guy's spear was thicker than that.
That's crazy.
In another battle with the Philistines at Gath, they encountered a huge man with 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot. And we both had the exact same Princess Bride thought.
Exactly. My name is Inigo Montoya.
Oh my god, you do that every time.
I know. I'm sorry.
You always fuck it up.
But they killed my father.
You prepare to die because his name is Inigo Montoya. Inigo Montoya. Yeah. My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Got it. Okay.
I want my father back, you son of a bitch.
Right.
Yeah. They encountered that huge guy with the six
toes
digits.
and the 6 feet and the hands and shit.
Who was also a descendant of the giants.
Oh my god.
What?
No way.
But when he defied and taunted Israel, he was killed by Jonathan, the son of David's brother Shemiah.
Awesome.
These 4 Philistines were descendants of the giants of Gath, but David and his warriors killed them. The end.
You think that's the last giants we'll hear of?
Hell no.
Like, they were supposed to be like this short little bit, and they were going to wipe them out, like, completely.
And then
they just keep popping up everywhere.
Just kept happening.
They're, like, everywhere in the fucking Bible. I'm like, there's giants everywhere.
And that section was called The Giant Slain by David's Men.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as we also discussed, I think, was it in the last Q&A that giants was just a name for, like, people that were really hard to beat in battle, basically.
Yeah.
Like, they just were
Most
really
likely.
adept fighters, basically.
Right, because the word that they use is Nephilim.
Right,
and
right.
Nephilim probably meant, like, hardcore warriors. Definitely not angels or giants.
I mean, to me, that makes a lot more sense.
It makes so much more fucking sense.
Because giants, come on now.
Come on now.
That's bullshit.
Get the fuck out of here with
right?
that.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. So that's that.
That's that.
I'm very excited to see where we go from here.
I am too. I mean, we've only got so many more things
3
before we get to the end of this book, so it's gotta like get really good here, right?
Go out with a bang.
We gotta go out with a bang.
I mean, we are ending on giants. That's not bad.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Right?
All right. Well, we'll find out more tomorrow when we get into today was 2 Samuel chapter 21, and tomorrow we'll be getting into
2 Samuel chapter 22.
And we will see you guys then.
We sure will.
Hey wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my god. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep, we have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.